the unironic use of two opposite metaphors to compare to each other in the unoriginal fashion that it's already been used for the opposing argument. This is what we have. What I mean by this is it has already been long stated over and over for past several months that belief in QAnon is kind of like belief in Santa Claus. You can bring proof, facts, evidence, and just like when you try and tell the little kids that it's not really Santa, but it's their parents, and they say, no, 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 and they ask rationalization questions like, well, who's eating my cookies and my milk if it's not Santa Claus? Well, they just never even bother to open their minds, expand their thinking, expand your thinking, think logically, to ask if there are any other possible people that might be eating the cookies. Because they had always assumed prior to that it was Santa. So if it isn't Santa, it can't be anybody else because they got eaten, but they're Santa. But then they're still having trouble reconciling the fact that there's been told that there's no Santa, but this thing that they were told Santa does, and it's like you just can't let go of this idea of, yeah, but I saw the thing. Well, no, but you were tricked. And as they say, it is easier to fool a man than to convince a man that he has been fooled. So the unironic part is that he didn't think it was ironic to use a Santa Claus meme to make fun of people who don't believe in the wire fraud, scam, hoax, LARP, right? The people that don't believe in the fake bullshit, it's like believing in Santa Claus. That's pretty much what he was doing there. After we've already said that the people who believe in it, it's exactly like the kids that believe in Santa Claus, because when you bring proof that it's not real and not what they thought it was, they keep trying to think in the mode as if it was still true and forget the facts that you showed them. Come on. That's pretty much what I'm getting at, is that it was unironic because he didn't realize exactly how stupid he was being by even making it, by even thinking that would be a good idea. Co-opting somebody else's already used ideas to try and turn their words around backwards on them. Yeah, well, you're believing in Santa Claus. So anyways, I just felt like posting about that, saying something about that. I find it ridiculous. The amount of attempts to rationalize. And, I've been on the fence back and forth about whether or not he's actually being paid to lie. And I kind of think he might actually just be a good old useful idiot. That he is not even, he's earning what he can earn, but nobody's paying him as an organization to say or do the things he says or does. He has simply been brainwashed into his own bullshit, believes every word that he says. And no one is allowed to disagree, because if they do, they're simply following a false premise. They are believing in lies. Because whatever he doesn't think is true must be a lie. I mean, that's narcissism 101. That's megalomania 101. So, but that's the thing. It's, somebody had pointed it out. There's a lot of that social justice warrior, non-player character mentality going on. Very unoriginal. Can't really create his own. He can only copy other people's style. I mean, he's a copy of several people anyway, right? And everything he does is a copy of a copy of a copy of the Starbucks galaxy. He is Jack's failure to acknowledge the reality. And it's the number one thing with, sorry, I gotta get my Santa on here myself, fix that beard up so I can see it. One of the number one traits of self-awareness is the ability to question, have I in fact been misled? Is what I think is true actually true? Am I capable of being misled? And that's not a question that should automatically come back up with the, nah, man, you're impervious, because that's delusion. So until the guy can actually legitimately question whether or not he's been fooled, he's not going to be a self-aware individual. As sure as fuck ain't going to be capable of providing any kind of insider commentary for people who are trying to awaken And yeah, so we've got non-player character, lack of self-awareness. We'll just go ahead and change the meanings of words so that we can use them the way we like and feel like we make sense, even though you're speaking gibberish. And yeah, it's all, I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of on the fence with it because it looks like he's almost certainly being patsied into the position, if nothing else. And it's really sad that he doesn't seem to realize that. But also that he has fully swallowed the Kool-Aid. He just, hook, line, and sinker, he's behind his own spiel. And that right there, when the salesman is selling a bullshit product and they've bought it, that's one hell of a sales pitch, I guess you could say. So anyways, I'm going to cut this short and be done with it here. But yeah, it's pretty sad what I'm seeing going on. Puff up your ego all you want. Somebody took a nice picture of you. Cool, dude. Not sure what that sleuthy secret agent peacoat shit's about, but I guess if you want to give the Sam Spade impression to all the old people that are paying you money to bullshit them, let them feel like you're some kind of a secret agent or something, that's cool. But I don't know, man. You're just a fucking unself-aware megalomaniac narcissist. Signs of bipolar delusion and mania with inability to create original memes, anything clever at all. So lack of imagination, lack of self-awareness. That's not a real person. It's not a real person. That is a filler person. Real person signing off.